All right, guys, nothing else. I'm showing you what not to do when you set traps. These are these last three we set yesterday afternoon. The first two, water got up, pushed all these debris down. This right here is the spot where that tree was across here and had all that debris washed up. As you can see this morning, the whole caboodle's gone. If we hadn't marked this, if I wouldn't have marked this on my onX maps or with a flag up on top of the bank, there's a chance we'd have never found the spot again to get our trap back. But we actually had it marked with a flag at the top of the bank, and then we can see just a little bit of our footprints left here in the mud from where we were out here yesterday. But I'm gonna get down here and see if we can find this trap. So we're gonna get this 330 and we're gonna set it right in that opening there. Before I forget again, I'm gonna go ahead and get my trap secure to this tree. I'm just gonna use the tree itself as my anchor. I'll wrap my cable around it, lock it on itself. Here we go, that trap's now secure. All right, here guys, this dam's washed out because of the rain that we had. But we had it just on the other side of it over there was the original crossover when the water was up. So they were used to using that trail coming across this dam. We had a 330 sitting down there at the bottom of it. So we'll climb down here and see if looks like we might have something in it. I'm trying to remember what I anchored to here. The trap's gone, so I made a catch. They just got to find their trap. And that beaver got caught and was able to live and struggle enough to pull that trap out of there. So he's going to be around here somewhere. We're just going to have to be patient, wait a few days, and either get the water down where we can find that trap. Yeah, I'll leave him laying right there. And we got one more set right out here in this deeper run. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in this, but let's see if anything happened here last night. Well, basically we got this run coming out of this hut, and this is going to be the main channel that they use going out into the lake. And got out here yesterday. There's a log underneath the water right here that I could see, so I got out there and placed a 330 where they go underneath that log. This mud's really soft here. I'm sinking down to about my knee, so let's see if we can just pull it up here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take this trap out of here. It's not going to be real efficient. It's going to be hard to get set that deep of water. So again, be mindful of these things whenever you're messing with them. Make sure that you get that those safeties set on there. All right guys, so here's the remake. Basically that trap's completely submerged under the water in the middle of that channel, and I've got right on the edge of that channel, these two sticks are sticking down into the mud, supporting that trap, and then I've got this log laid up here as a dive log. But on both other side of these sticks, the water isn't 6 inches. Right there, I'm touching the bottom, both my hands on both sides of that run. So them beaver are using that run. They're not going to divert out of it. They're coming down this run. They're going to dive underneath this stick, staying in the run, and get caught like this one did last night. Guys, just real quick lesson learned. I didn't have my camera on when I done it, but just now I was needing another support stick, and there's one floating right out here. You can see it. And I took about 3 steps here, just like I'm doing now, and that 4th step dropped straight off, and my feet never did touch bottom. I was able to grab a hold of this ledge and work myself back up to it and get my knees on it and get back out of there. But I'm pretty drenched right now. I was able to get out of there pretty quick, but just a reminder, it's dangerous out here. You're out here by yourself. You're working with dangerous equipment, and you're working in dangerous areas. Just be mindful and be as safe as you possibly can. Just recently, I had I don't remember the name of the program. I'm not real great with computers, but just recently I had my wife download a program where she can track my phone, and I leave it on. Now, I don't necessarily like being able to track my phone, thinking who may be looking at it and tracking me, but I think it's a good idea. Me out here by myself, if I would have got stuck down there, couldn't have got out, never showed back up home, she's able to pull up on her phone, see exactly where I'm at, and get some help headed my way. So just something to think about, guys. Always have safety in the forefront of your head when you're out here working with this stuff. So, all right, so this is, I believe, beaver number 3 and a bobcat this morning, and we're just on our 4th stop set of sets that we made yesterday. So we're gonna keep on moving. Hopefully have some more catches here in a little bit. All right, guys, here we are. This next set here, we're set the trap in the water, had it anchored over here to this tree, and we see this new chewing out here. We set this up yesterday. Trap's gone, so walk down here, get a hold of our anchor, and see if we can tell what happened. We're just gonna pull that trap up, and it's funny, guys, because this is the set where I told you that this could happen, and here's the results. So what happened last night, we had a beaver come up in here just like we wanted him to, stepped on our trap, and remember I moved the sticks out of the way and the acorns and told you that if one of them got caught in the jaws that this would happen, beaver could pull out. So that's what happened today. I guess it's a good learning lesson. It's probably the reason it happened, huh? I was telling you guys about it yesterday, and then this is just coming to fruition and showing you that's what happens. So don't get frustrated. You new guys that are starting off and have this stuff happen, I mean, it happens a lot. We've had several catches this morning already, but we've had a bunch of misses too. And the misses don't mean it's actually the animal you're after. It could be another animal just coming there messing with it. You got a set for a specific animal. If another animal comes through, he's going to act differently, and you're going to have misses. But I mean, this right here, there's just nothing you can do about it. You can prepare, do the best you can, think about it, have it in your mind, know that it's going to happen, do the best you can to prevent it. But sometimes, no matter what you do, it still happens. But anyway, I'm gonna get this reset and put back in here, and hopefully it'll produce something tomorrow. All right, guys, another example of water down here. This ditch, they had a dam right here. The farmers did. All this mud up here on the side, they had it right here, and there's a crossover over the top of it, and this right here between where that dirt was and this culvert was completely dry. Well, I'd come in here and set 2 conibear traps, one right at the bottom of that crossover and another one right here on this culvert. And they come in here yesterday afternoon after I was here and dug this dirt out. So I'm gonna try to get down in there and see if I can find my traps and get them pulled out of there. And then right over here is where I had set the 330 down the bottom of this ditch. I only had a few feet of water 2 days ago. Now it's almost up to the banks, and then after this rain tomorrow, this whole entire part of the farm will be underwater. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. I'm probably going to title this video the difficulties of water trapping versus land trapping. All right, guys, so we're here at this bridge. We set these 2 traps Had one sitting right here on the slide, and we've got one sitting over here on the slide, and it looks like we might have 2 catches here. Brandy's doing her best to pull this thing out, see what we got here.
I need gloves.
Come on, babe, pull on it.
I'm pulling.
Oh, you getting him? You got him moving. Go, 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 go. Looks like we got that's a pretty good sized beaver right there. Got him by the, looks like we got him by the back foot the way she's pulling. Yeah, you wore out?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna get him taken care of and just see how big he is, but I'm gonna say he's a pretty good size one. So.
His eyes are covered with those
He's got those leaves. Yeah, he's got those leaves covering his eyes, and he's not sure what's going on.
Oh!
All right, guys.
Woo!
Be careful, he'll pull you in there.
Ow.
Alright, guys, I thought about everybody making mistakes and nobody being perfect, nobody knowing everything. Here's a good example of it. I'll share it with you guys too. This is where we caught the otter at. We got down here and reset that trap. But right over here, you know, had to miss. Pulled the trap up, got it up here, talked about it, yada, yada, yada. And trying to make my point, and talking about getting disappointed, good and bad, and all that mess, and got over here and caught the otter, got the otter put up, and completely forgot about resetting this trap over here. Got moving on, so definitely not a catch here, not a miss here. I guess just nothing but a mistake here. At this point, just loosen up whatever you got still hanging on to it. And I'm gonna back it down here and put one side of that fur into the clamps here on my skinning machine. Clamp that down. Do the same side where we released it around that back ankle. We're going to clamp it down on this side of the machine. Now we're gonna use the winch to do our work for us instead of us tugging down that fur. And we're just gonna pull that otter. All right, guys. So it sometimes happens, that foot released. Now we're gonna have to skin him one-legged. Same process. But you're probably just gonna have to keep this skin released a little bit more as you go. And I'm gonna come right in here between that meat and that hide. And I'm gonna run that sharpening steel through that front leg and pull down. And the back hip come off. So we're gonna finish this on the table. Guys, let's place this right back in here like we've been doing. I'm just gonna take both corners and secure it with sticks here. We're just gonna take some of this debris that's laying around, just kind of camouflage those springs and that trap in a little bit better on both sides, just like that. And then I actually had this log right here behind me. Just take and lay that log right over the top of that trap. I'll be damned. I just caught that beaver a second time. Alright. That's the fun's of trapping again. Let's get this dude back out of here again. Practice. You stay right here, okay? I'm gonna go back here and check this trap. All right, guys, so what we'll do for a beaver, right? Got this one trap back here, and it looks like the ground's really tore up. I believe we made a catch. I didn't want to stop right there because the water was a little bit deep, so went up there and parked. I'll get back down here and check this crossover that we had set. You can tell how this ground is just really tore up, so we made a catch here. Didn't get a kill on it, and hopefully that animal wasn't able to pull that stake out. It looks like that might be the case. Looking out across here just see if I can see anything floating. If I had to guess, guys, I'd say we probably had an otter slip through there real quick, and we got him caught around his hind end, around his back, and he was able to fight. Didn't have it anchored real good. Then he was able to pull that anchor up, take that trap with him. As we made it back down here to this last corner here, these last traps we got set, and this is where I lost the 330. When we started out, this water was right up here to the top of this levee. And today I get here and there's hardly no water in here whatsoever. So this trap's fixing to get pulled, and it worked out timing perfectly, because the only time this ditch over here has been any lower is the day I set a trap in the bottom of it, and it's been up to the banks ever since. I haven't been able to get in there. So I'm gonna be able to get down there and recover that 330 I've got set in the bottom of this this ditch here. I'm gonna walk around out here one last time, and while it's dry, and spend a little bit of time here looking for this 330 that we lost. All right, guys, I paid off. We've only lost one trap this year. I just found that trap. We found out what happened, why I lost it, and this animal's been laying here in this trap for at least a week and a half, and it's not too horrible. But your trap, I believe we may have made a catch a couple of days before this one. I'm not positive on that, but whether that other beaver being caught in that trap or just that trap sitting there itself wasn't normal to this beaver, and he was being cautious. And what he done is he put his trap sitting right here. He come up here and put his nose to that trap, checked that trap out, and said, "Hey, this isn't right." And he turns right around with his butt facing that trap, and he takes his tail and he slaps it. And he slaps that trap with his tail. When he does, that trap catches his tail. And that, I believe that's what happened. I believe that's what happened with this beaver right here. So, I mean, it's a full catch on his tail. And of course, by catching him by the tail, it's not going to kill him. So he had all four of his legs to struggle and move about all night, and pulled that stake out of the ground. And that's just what happened. That just happens. You can think about it and make your sets to minimize, camouflaging them in, I think helps a lot to minimize this. But there's just so much you can do, and sometimes it just happens. All right. Looky there, guys. It's not what we were after. But again, guys, that's hard. Whew. Water getting up and being flooded makes it hard. Hopefully I didn't lose them setters. All right, I didn't. So we knew something would be along eventually and go in that house, in that hut. And these guys are always a welcome sight. They're horrible on the fish. It's said that an otter can eat half of his body weight a day in fish, so it doesn't take long, and they put on doesn't take long, and they put a pretty good herd on a fish population. So get him out here, and again, perfect catch right behind the head. That doesn't happen too often on an otter, or it happens, but not as much as it does on the beaver because they're such quick animals. But he must have been taking his time and going up in that hole. But I have to get that water out of this thing here pretty quick. see. It's a male otter, younger male otter. But there he is, guys. They are beautiful creatures. I'm gonna get him, lay him right up here on these sticks. Get this water out of this thing before I end up sinking it. There we go. Another good thing about having this sled here is it gives me a place, kind of a work table here to work in front of me, so that worked out well. Well, there's that otter again. We'll lay him back in there. I'm gonna get this trap reset. I'm gonna put it right back down here where we had it. Guys, got everything loaded up in the truck ready to head back to the house. I thought I'd show you. Just got my waders off, and here's the and right here is the evidence of the hole in my waders. Hopefully you guys will be able to see. Tell the difference there. Imagine it. Yeah, I'm all the way wet. I can't see my back, but I feel like my whole butt's wet. Definitely got to get those holes fixed.